to be, honestly.
It's gonna be okay, Belly. Promise.
And I'd give up forever to touch you, 'cause I know that you feel me somehow. You're the closest to heaven that I'll ever be, and I don't wanna go home right now.
So, Summer I Turned Pretty fans, it's so exciting. We finally have some updates in regards to season 3 and filming. The cast is finally starting to film this Wednesday, which is so wild. I never thought we'd finally get to see our favorite summer family back, and lo and behold, they are back. Gavin was seen a couple days ago, as well as Rain, and she's blonde again, which is so exciting because she's back in Taylor mode. And it's just, these were the only two that have really been seen. David, there's some speculation that he will be back, which I'm so excited. Cam is definitely one of my top favorite characters. And I can't wait to see his storyline. I really want to find out what happens with him, if he goes to Stanford with Conrad, which I really, really hope happens, or if he even goes to Finch to be closer to home, which I could definitely see happening as well. And then we also got the cars. The cars were posted today. Jeremiah's Jeep, and then the Conklins, I don't know what kind of car they have. We are missing the Range Rover, the infamous white Range Rover. We don't really know where it is at this point, but it'll be on the lot with the other two, I'm sure, very, very soon. But it's just so exciting to finally get these small little updates. At this point, small updates is better than no updates. But just knowing that they're going to be back officially Wednesday just makes me so happy. I will definitely have my eyes and ears peeled everywhere, and I'll try and update as we find out more information, but everything's kind of floating around social media. But yes, very, very, very exciting times. I'm sure I'll be posting about all of it.
I want to wrap this edit in a hug. I just love it. This is the entire point of their relationship. The entire point. Like, how bright they are together, and how everything else fades away when they're together. And then with the Venus star, it's up in the sky, it's there for a little bit, and then, it disappears for 50 days and then returns as a morning star. So Conrad and Belly are at this point of the time when the star has disappeared. So because Conrad doesn't, with the, when Conrad's around, the stars disappear, whatever that thing is. So it's like, this is it. So we're in the point of the story where Conrad is not around Belly. So so there is a sun, there's no stars, because it has to be the daytime kind of thing, if that makes any sense. I'm doing a terrible job of explaining this, but hopefully you get me. So we're at this point of the story. The Venus star has disappeared. Conrad and Belly are no longer going to be together. But when they do come back together, it's going to take time. It's going to be really painful along the way, but they will eventually come back anew, healed as the morning star. So this was not an accident. Belly told him this information. We heard it for a reason. There was a reason why this analogy or story, whatever it is, fact, was being told to us, and especially between the two of them, because it's an analogy for their relationship. So there you go.
Conrad and Belly having an almost identical jealous response is absolutely sending me. Conrad is on the left reacting to Cam, and then Belly is on the right reacting to Sophie. Look at them. It's almost beat for beat the same. They're so unimpressed about the idea.
Listen, I know that Jenny Han said don't think that you know everything just because you've read the Summer I Turned Pretty series, but I also have to say that if they're letting Belly talks so much about how all she's ever loved is Conrad Fisher and how he is everything, he is the world, like it's only been him, and then she were to end up with Jeremiah, that is sick. I'm not saying you can't like Jeremiah or be a Jeremiah girl. You absolutely can. I don't know how you could be after reading the books, but to each their own. I totally understand that you could be a Jeremiah girl after watching a TV show. I get it. Gavin did his job. But I'm just saying that would be cruel. Someone spends their entire life talking about your brother and then they settle for you. Ouch! That one's got a sting.
It's called the trauma swing, and it's a popular way in media to illustrate that someone suffered.
Okay, I did not know about this media trope. And of course, listening to this, of course, first thing I thought of was that scene from The Summer I Turned Pretty, season 2, episode 1. I'll show it, and then I'll kind of talk about how it could be matching that trope. But I had never heard of that trope before, but it makes so much sense. So yeah, I'll just quickly show that scene, and then maybe I'll talk about it.
Hey, Conklin. Hey, long time no see.
Yeah, no, I know. It's been ages, right? Is that seat taken?
Nope. Go right ahead.
I wonder if Venus is a morning star or an evening star tonight.
I think Venus is a planet.
No, actually, ancient astronomers, you know what? Never mind. It's dumb. You can hardly see any stars this close to the city anyway. There's a lot more by the beach. I used to spend every summer at this beach in Massachusetts.
Are you going this summer?
No, I'm not.
So then you'll be here for the 4th, huh? Well, my folks are gonna be out of town, and I was thinking about having a few people over. You and your friends should totally come.
That sounds cool.
All right, cool. Come here. I kind of have something. Yeah. Melly, no, I was just...
Oh my god!
No, I was just trying, you had something in your...
I have something.
Yeah.
You know why? Because I just it's grass. Because I just got kicked in the head. That's right.
Holy shit.
But no, I'm totally fine. I'm just.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna go.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Melly,
Yes.
actually...
Yeah.
Could you do me a favor? Could you put in a good word for me with, your friend Marcy?
Oh, that's so painful, poor Belly. But I think in a way you could say that is the trauma swing, because it's sort of the trauma, in a way, I think people would contest this, but in a way of the breakup with Conrad and feeling rejected and not good enough and not wanted, alongside, because Conrad is so interconnected with cousins and with his mother, with Susanna, and so it's like those two traumas are so tight, can be seen as so tightly tied together, the trauma of losing Susanna the way that they did, and also if you think about Susanna asking Belly to take care of Conrad and Conrad believing that she didn't fulfill that promise, and so many things are happening within Belly in that particular scene, and then also her, because everybody around her being like, move on, you're like hung up on Conrad, and so it's not like she forces herself on this guy, but she like picks up on these or she thinks she's picking up on these clues that this person is into her, and so she's like, all right, so I'll respond back and feel in the moment what I'm feeling, only to find out that person actually doesn't want her, he wants her friend. And so again, that could signal back to this whole feeling that Conrad created within her in terms of not being enough, not being good enough. And so I think in a way that scene could be a trauma swing scene. So I didn't know about that trope. I just find that so interesting, and again, such a subtle way